Hello everyone and welcome to today's gaming session where we're gonna try out a new game that was released, it's 11 minutes ago actually, called 100 Days, Winemaking Simulator. And as you can probably tell by the title, it's a game all about making wine. And that's about as much as I know as well about it, because I've only watched a couple of minutes of gameplay on it. Apparently there was a demo released a couple of months ago, I think. I haven't really heard any feedback about it, so I don't know almost anything about it. So I'm really curious to see how it's gonna be. I just wanted to grab a new game, play it for a little bit and see if it's good or not. It was a while since I did that, so... And I thought, let's record this. So here we are. I just started up the game. I have created a profile. So my nickname is TDN, and TDN plus winery becomes T3. That's about how creative I am. First off, let's head into the settings here. Seems to be quite a lot of languages actually, but we stick with English. For every game I play, I almost always put up the music just a tad bit. Music's important in this game. Changing it to my resolution. And since I am from Europe, more specifically from Sweden, I'm gonna go with whatever I know, which is metric and Celsius. I hope that anyone that doesn't use those can still follow along here. Oh, sorry. Did we have more? Oh, credits. I see. Yeah. Okay. We apparently have 3 different modes: story, endless, and challenge mode. I didn't even know there was a story mode, but I guess we check that out first. The card represents the activities we should do. You can drag and drop them on the board. The board represents the daytime. Each activity occupies a specific space, but you can rotate the cards to optimize the work. When you are fine with the placement and ready to move on, click on the button in the right corner to move to the next day. Check-in box. Office work is boring and unexciting, but it's still a job. It doesn't need to be right, but apparently winemaking sure seems to be more interesting. At least that's what the game wants us to believe. Okay, so we're able to see here on this icon how this tile will look like. And we do not have the possibility to enter more of this, so we just put that one down, and I guess we'll press next turn then. So we did check the inbox, and then one day went by. Now we're gonna prepare a report. And then we're setting it. We're one more time checking our inbox. So I think that this, from what I actually understood from the few minutes of gameplay I saw, was that you aren't really building those things. There are just a display of what's actually happening throughout the day. Or 2, depending on this number here. Open the mail. Some activities have special result. Press the flashing orange button to view it.
My dearest Emma, I doubt you remember me. My name is Beppe and I am an enologist. Winemaking has ruled my life as a tyrant, devouring any free time I had, until I have reached the end of my journey, still chasing the perfect wine. There is a long list of winemakers who would be happy to inherit my lands, but this time I will rebel against what is logical or due. While we need to treasure our tradition, we also need to make room for innovative solutions, newcomers to fill our ranks. I want you to run my business and become a winemaker. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. Your vineyards await.
Let's go, I guess. We didn't like our job anyway, it seems like. 100 days. I'm not sure what 100 days actually refer to in the wine making world. Is it do you only have 100 days to create a good wine during a year, or could it be it? I'm not sure. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm your next door neighbor. Hi, nice to meet. It's great to finally meet you and put a face to a name. I've heard so much about you from the old man. Oh, have you? Yes, I will tell you everything about it, no worries. But all in due time. I just thought it would be nice to introduce myself and greet you. So, here I am. Oh yes, very kind of you. You must be exhausted. How was your journey? It seems that Anna doesn't really let us talk to the end. Yeah, actually, I'm a bit tired. The flight was late and kinda packed, you know? Oh girl, I can imagine that. Let me know if there's anything that I can do for you, okay? Anything at all. About that, how do I run this place? The letter wasn't particularly clear on that matter. Hey, that's a big question, but you're in luck. The old man has left some instructions for you to follow, but he was a bit concerned you would feel overwhelmed to read everything in one go. I will pass his notes to you, one by one, when the time feels right. He has entrusted me with this task, and I should oblige. Overwhelm is the word. So, more handwritten notes and letters, you say? I gather he wasn't particularly tech-savvy, huh? Not really. He belonged to another generation. Other times, other means of communication. But you will be fine, don't worry. Back to your question. You should really give Theo a call. He will help you run this place. Theo, okay? Do you know him? Yeah, nice guy. Tall, strong arms, big hands. He's the youngest son of the old lady who runs the bakery in town. Great loaves of bread, white bread, grainer bread, name it. They have it. Not to mention the cakes they make. On Sunday morning there is this smell of cakes that permeates the entire street. Promise me you will try those cakes. Oh, and Theo, how do I find him? Oh dear, I'm doing it again. I'm rambling. I'm such a blabbermouth sometimes. Right, Theo. It's really simple. Just ring him up and he will be here in no time. Geet. Thanks, Anna. Is that a typo for great, perhaps? No worries at all. Now I will leave you be. I have a mani-pedi booked at my favorite nail spa, and I can't possibly be late, you know. Unpack, settle down, get familiar with the place, and... Breathe in. Can you smell it? Smell what? Oh dear, you really have no clue, don't you? Smell the air, girl. Fill your lungs with it. Absorb it. Welcome to Langay. Make yourself at home. Howdy! Hello, are you Theo? That would be me, yes. Great, we spoke on the phone yesterday. I really need your help. I am happy to help. I was actually waiting for a call. You know, the old man, he instructed us all. I'm sure you mean well, but it sounded kinda ominous. Ah, nonsense. It just shows how much he cared for you, and for his lands. You all keep saying that, but I never met the man, and I have no idea what kind of person he was. As far as I am concerned, he was basically left me sitting on a big pile of junk. I almost missed the office. Enough said. Come on, you don't really mean that. Anyway, let's get started. How does this winemaking thing work? That question is a tad too vague. Look, I named my last houseplant Doodoo because doodoo become extinct, and that is precisely the fate of all of my houseplants. Doomed to perish the instant I buy them. I had to stop. Not even a succulent? They are hard to kill, you know. Nada. No green thumb whatsoever here. No cute the English. No cute artisanal ceramic vases, not even a fancy terrarium with tiny green creatures growing inside of it. Just nope, not me. You know, if you'll ever feel like fixing this, I have a distant cousin who is a florist in town. I know. This game sure takes a while to get started, right? Do you? How can you possibly know? Oh, let me guess, Anna told you. Yeah, she has told me a bunch of things about you. But let's get real. This winemaking thing ain't happening unless you explain the basics to me, okay? Agreed. I'm waiting. Oh, you mean right now? I see. Okay, let's start from something easy yet fundamental, like weeding. Is it about... I'll stop it right there. It isn't. Weeding is about preserving the moisture of the soil by reducing the competition for the mineral nutrients required by the vines to grow. Clear enough? In short, death to the weeds, all hail the vines? That's a bizarre way of putting it, but yeah, in a nutshell. Great, let's just pretend weeds are my houseplants. It will work like a charm. Heh. So, I guess we'll just put this one down here. We have a journal update. Oh. We will not read it. We have been reading too much. I want to do some gameplay. Can we press the warehouse? Yeah. What's going on here? The warehouse manages all the sales and marketing activities of the company. Storage box. Storage box. Determine the quantity of bottles that can be stored. Marketing determines production and sales activities. I see. And we have the winery, where we at least have one tank. And a crusher, a press. Oh! Was that an Easter egg? A good friend is worth his weight in gold. Giving it a name would allow it to recognize it. His name is Ducky. Confirm. Okay, nice, I guess. Can we take more of those? No, the rest of them just avoids us. I wanted to press the... Oh, we have a tool shed. With nothing in it. Let's proceed to the next day and see what will happen then. So... yeah, I guess we'll wait another day in order to get rid of all the weeds. That went well. Do you think so? Was my weeding up to your standards, huh? I'd say it was amazing. Told you so. Exterminate. I'm good at this. So what's next? Yes, let's proceed. Now we can learn the fine art of crop thinning. Crops on a diet? Maybe not. I have the feeling this is going to be quite a ride. Baby steps. Basically, we'll have to remove some of the flowers or grape clusters on the grape vine. Wait, what? Why would I ever do that? If you could just let me finish, as I was saying, this procedure is used to achieve yield and quality goals, and it will allow you to modify the wine balance. A waste of resources that happens by design. Am I getting this right? You are. Are you sure you're not having a funny 5 minutes? Needs rest a bit? It may sound counterintuitive, I'll give you that. People thought growers were completely nuts when they first started to practice this technique. A priest from a nearby parish was summoned to the vineyard to talk some sense into them, save their souls from the blasphemous act of wasting perfectly good grape clusters. So you are not the first one to stare in horror. So I have to sacrifice some flowers and grape clusters to the benefit of those that are left? Correct. It's all about the yield. Are you familiar with the concept? To strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Tennyson in the Vineyard. Who? Just a friend of mine. Never mind. Please continue. They're all going on for so long. The yield is a measure of the amount of grapes or wine that is produced per unit, surface or vineyard. Wait, let me write this down. It makes no sense now, but maybe it will later on. Okay, let's do this. Crop thinning. Crop thinning is used to achieve yield and quality goals. Crop thinning is the term used for removal of flower and/or grape clusters on the grapevine. It allows the grower to modify wine balance. Through to vegetative growth, the intensity of crop thinning is highly dependent on the cultivar, vine health, and climate. And it apparently costs €100. So here we have a calendar. And we are currently at the end of summer. Which brings us into autumn. Journal update. So much text. I would rather not at the moment. Oh, what is this? Is this the grapes that we have available? That wasn't too bad, was it? Well, so far we haven't really done anything. We just listen to their instructions, and I don't really understand what's happening, to be honest, in a lot of cases. Yeah, I guess I am starting to get the gist of this new life in the vineyards. So now what? Harvest. We need some help with that. Oh no, Harvest 101 with Theo this time. Not this time. We can start harvesting together, but you will need to hire an oenologist to complete this task. It is the most complex and delicate activity you will ever perform in your vineyard. There's no room for mistakes. Hey, thank you very much. No pressure, huh? You're gonna be fine. Relax, just call Gianni. He's the best in the area. Will do. Good, let's get moving. Oh, this will take up the whole area. The harvest is the process by which wine grapes are picked. This may be done by hand or mechanically, utilizing specialized mechanical picking machines. It is also a term used to describe the period when the grapes are removed from the wines, the harvest season. So, I guess it's connected to the Bricko here. You are late. Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Yeah, sorry, I ran into Anna on my way here. You should really avoid any distractions. Winemaking is an activity that requires your undivided attention and commitment. If you are not ready to devote your time to vineyards, you will fail. And most importantly, your wines will perish. And I cannot tolerate that. Whoa, bad day, huh? I'm merely stating the facts. So, why am I here? Theo's told me to hire you. We have started harvesting, but we need your help to complete the task. I hear you have recently moved here from London, with no understanding or interest in the winemaking business. You basically know nothing about this, don't you? Harsh much. My math teacher in high school was nicer than you, and that's an achievement. Yet again, I am merely stating the facts. Am I wrong? Mr. Sunshine, I have no time for patronizing nonsense. Are you here to help me or not? My name is Gianni. I promised the old man I'd help you with the first harvest, and I always keep my word. I can see you have made a start at it, which is fascinating to me since you have no idea about what you're doing. Now hurry up, I'd like to be done with this before the season is over. Yada. Just get a crap and help me out. How about that? Whatever. So, harvest, as you may have guessed, is the process by which wine grapes are picked. You can do this by hand or mechanically. It's going to take a while. You don't say! Yet another pioneering discovery by Miss I Know Nothing from London. Yes, it's a long and tiring process, and yes, you have to endure this every year. It's also my favorite bit and the most rewarding experience as an oenologist, so please don't spoil it with your amateurish banalities. What's wrong with you? I can't even... Let's go, you're as slow as a sloth. Keep moving or we will never get to the cellar. Is something waiting for us in the cellar? Just your future as a winemaker. No rush at all. Let's just keep the days going. So now I have some harvest result. We apparently have the Barbara 2021. I cannot press that. Winify grapes. So we can either sell it, I guess, or put it into the tank. Unbelievable! You have survived your first harvest. I appreciate the sarcasm. No sarcasm this time. I'm honestly blown away by the fact that you're still here. You and your generation, always putting us down and doubting our abilities. We are resilient, get over it. So what's next? Crashing. Crushing? Yes, the crushing realization that there is still a long road ahead and I run out of sunflower seeds. I am not sure I can cope with my seeds. It was you. You have left a trail of sunflower seed shells in the vineyard. Another incredible deduction. I wish we could spend more time playing Sherlock in the vineyard, but we will have to get back to work. Today we will crush the grapes. Okay, sounds easy. Now, before we start smashing grapes like a barbarian, let me be clear. This is a gentle process. We're just bursting the skin of the grapes to expose all the inner solids. Are you still with me, London? Of course, all clear, just a bit gory. Focus. We'll apply pressure to the grapes to allow the juices free access to the yeast, tannins, and characteristics of the skin. Whoa, you really like to show off and use $10 words, don't you? I'm an onologist, that word every time. My vocabulary is specific, unlike yours. Are you taking note? I won't repeat this. We will combine crushing with a destemming process. It's pretty straightforward. The stems are either removed from the grapes or left attached. It really depends on what the winemaker prefers. Questions? Not at the moment. I'd rather look for answers later on in a book, than get one of your sour replies now. As you wish. Now we'll crush those grapes gently. Yeah, basically what he said. How much does it cost? No cost for this one. I mean, we stacked anyway, right? Oh. I think the graphics, by the way, is looking quite good. It fits the theme really well. Theo? Yes? I've been reading some books about winemaking. The old man has left me tons, filled with notes, weird diagrams, and old photos. That's good. Yeah, but I still can't wrap my head around a few things. That's fine, it's a lot of taking. Like this pruning thing, how do I do that? Oh, pruning. You have really been studying, haven't you? The answer is simple. It's too early for you to do that. How so? Well, first of all, we prune the wines in winter. Then let's just say that you need far more than just a few books to understand how to do that. But don't worry, I can help you. A lot of helpful dudes around there. The removal of unwanted or unneeded parts of the grape vines. In winter, this usually involved removing the canes and wood that is less than a year old, leaving on the necessary buds or spur desired for the next year's production. So we can't actually put this one down since we don't have the space, which probably is what Theo there tried to tell us. You know, for me that lives in Sweden, having 16 degrees Celsius on the winter is a very, very hot temperature. Next up we have some fermentation to do. Hello again, London. Alas, we meet again. Indeed, I hope you're ready, because today we will cover one of the most complex parts of the winemaking process. I have dusted off my old notebooks for the occasion. I also have a whole bag of sunflower seeds to chew on whenever I feel overwhelmed by your incompetence. I am rubber, you are glue. I'm not sure, I've only heard that from the Curse of Monkey Island, or the Monkey Island series. I guess that's used in other places as well, right? Anyway, I am ready. Open your spellbook and let's summon some wine. Now, London, pay close attention. Do you remember what we have said about crushing? Be gentle, burst the skin, release the sugar you use, expose them to the yeasts. I am impressed. Well, fermentation is the next step. Yeast will now convert grapes to sugars into alcohol. So you're telling me this is the Big Bang moment with Wine Universe Edition? This is when the magic happens, right? It's not how my professors at the logical school of Alba would have put it, but I have to admit I fancy your vision, even if it's a tad picturesque. Sugar meets yeast, and bam, here is the wine. Not so fast, London, not so fast. Fermentation will affect the body, sweetness, tannin, and acidity of your wine. Depending on the grape variety, there are different optimal values for each of these characteristics. So much hulking. Sure. Hey, wait, are you reading from your old notebooks? I am, don't interrupt me. As I was saying, sweetness and tannin are influenced by the duration of the fermentation process. Everything's clear so far. As clear as mud. Unsurprisingly so. Given your lack of knowledge in the field. Look, I am tired and I'm running out of sunflower seeds. I'll make it easy for you. Let's say you're a fermenting Barbara, okay? A practical example would be helpful. Yes, let me write this down. They weren't kidding when they said it was a simulation game, right? In this case, your optimal values would be tannin... how do I even pronounce it? Would be tannin 2 out of 10 and sweetness 2 out of 10. Now feel free to give it a go, even if I highly doubt that you will get this right at your first attempt, given your non-existent expertise and the basic equipment we have in the cellar. You should really add a few drops of optimism to your daily intake of sunflower seeds, you know. Right. So here we're able to change the duration of fermentation. Sweetness in wine is called residual sugar. Residual sugar is the unfermented grape sugar left over in the wine after the fermentation has completed. Do we want a lot of sweetness? So some information here, a note here. I'm not that into wine, to be honest. I can drink it from time to time, but I do like them being a little sweeter. I like them more on the sweet side. So here we're able to choose between the pump over or the punch down. So this affects the tannin. Tannins are naturally occurring polyphenols found in the grape skins, seeds, and are also found in wooden barrels. Tannins are beneficial to stabilize wine and prevent oxidation. Want to experience unadulterated tannin for yourself? Buy the banana skin. The astringent, bitter sensation you get is the sensation of tannin. Okay. We just add a little bit of it. I have no idea what I'm doing. What is this icon? No tanks available. We'll go to the next day. Do we need to buy a tank? Can we even do that? So we have this one. It seems to be in use, so I guess that... Let's go to the next day and see if Theo can help us on this one. Set out the press. You look tired. I'm not tired. I'm fermented. Well. Is this your first attempt at a wine-ish pun? Blimey, you're taking this seriously. The sooner you accept that I am here to stay, the better you feel, trust me. So what's on today's menu? Beside the usual banter and grouchy remarks, that is. Pressing, which is a process where the juice is extracted from the grapes. Pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? That's it? Obviously not. Increase the press intensity and you get more wine. Decrease the press intensity and your wine will be of better quality. Are you writing this down? Increase for more quantity, decrease for better quality. Got it. Good. Remember, the press intensity will also affect the value of two characteristics, which are body and tannin. If you are pressing a Barbara, keep in mind that the optimal body value is 8 out of 10. Aye, I'll give it a go and see what happens. I know your generation is not particularly keen on reading, but you can also check the wine data to get the right balance. Should be easy enough for you. Let's see here. We get a lot more quantity by, of course, pressing it harder. And I'm not sure. We want a good balance here, but we don't wanna have the quality. Oh, sorry, I didn't watch the quality. Here we seems like good sweet spot between actually having quite a lot of body, but still having the quality being good. So we use the press and wait a few days. Oh look, it's raining. Yeah, no biggie. I lived in London long enough. Rain is an integral part of my everyday life. Well, in our case it makes a huge difference. We have to stop. We can't work in a vineyard when it rains. Really? That bad? I'm afraid so. I see. In that case, I'll put a kettle on. Do you fancy a cuppa? A cup of tea? Sounds very exotic, thanks, but a double espresso would do. Here you are. Here I am. You look tense. I am. We will start bottling the wine. This is the final stage in the winemaking process. The moment of truth. Once the bottles are sealed, there is nothing more we can do. It's out of our control. Are you really concerned about this? Of course. Always. Even more so given you had no clue about the entire process. Bottling is irreversible. There is no turning back. Next time you see your wine, it will be in someone's glass and they will be tasting it. Relax, it's my first wine. And by the way, I have learned tons. Whatever people say, it will be on me and not on you. Nonsense. I am the oenologist and your mentor. It's my responsibility. The only thing that makes me less helpless during this process is to make sure that the bottles are sparkling clean and the corks are top quality. Good to know. Let's inspect the bottles and hope for the best. Let's do some bottling. And here we can create a new design. Should we wine it? Sorry, should we name it something cool? Talk a wine, because this game sure likes to talk a lot. We do all of the bottles. I guess we'll go with this one. I like this design. So I heard that in order to protect the wine from sunlight, we should probably go with a dark color here. And here we have our cat. And yeah, no, I don't. This doesn't look good. Let's see. We want a cool background. I think this one is nice. Oh, look, here we have something. A feather. For the talk wine. Maybe we should have... Is there something... Like a bird can be talkative, right? Tweeting stuff. I think we just go with the square here. I would like to change this white area though. Are we able to do that? Doesn't seem like it. We'll go with this. I'm not sure if this is a cheap bottle to produce. It sure does cost a lot more to buy, at least here in Sweden. Next day. Hey girl, long time no see. How are you doing? Hi Anna, I've been burning work. Apologies for ghosting you the other day. Jenny hates it when I'm late. Oh, so that's why I ran away so quickly. I thought you were avoiding me. Me avoiding you? Nah. Phew. But tell me, how are the two of you getting along? Jenny is all about the wine. He doesn't mingle with us in the town. He's so difficult to read. Spill the tea, tell me more. I'm afraid I don't have much to offer. The only thing I know is that whenever he feels particularly stressed, he chews on tons of sunflower seeds and leaves a trail of shells behind. Ew. Right? Anyway, we have just finished bottling our first wine. He seemed particularly concerned about his last phase. Let's hope everything goes smoothly. Oh wow, that's great! Your very first bottle. You have to tell Satoshi. Satoshi? Don't you know him? Girl, have you ever left the house? You should really go out sometimes, you know. Jenny says I have to focus and avoid any distractions. Jenny says this, Jenny says that. I don't even know him. He's already getting on my nerves. Tell me about it. Forget Jenny. Listen to me. Satoshi is the owner of the wine bar in town. He's such a nice guy. Go there, tell him I've sent you, and bring a bottle of your wine. He will want to taste it. I don't want to impose? Snap out of it. This imperial coldness, girl. Stop behaving like a guest. This is your land. These are your traditions. Own it. It's ironic, you know. As an expat, I really felt like a guest. I felt like I was inhabiting a space that wasn't mine. Now that I am home, I still feel and behave as a stranger. I am stuck in a limbo. Don't go philosophical on me, girl. It scares me. Take a deep breath and enjoy your evening out at Saturday's wine bar. Can you do this for me? Pretty please? So far, I really enjoy the music in this game, by the way. I think it really suits the calm atmosphere of the whole thing. Sure. Thank you, Anna. So I guess the wine tasting here is actually us going to Satoshi's bar. Wine tasting is the sensory examination and evaluation of wine. Wine tasting influences the value of the wine and its market request. Let's see what I think. The wine needs more body. 61 out of 100. It isn't named Barbara. It's Talca wine, 221. But maybe Barbara is the brand or the sort. Like I mentioned, have no clue about wine. So we probably want to go for more body in the future. We haven't started selling them yet. A lot of information here. So is this the process that was used? Guess we should do some weeding just to get some better soil. Hi, welcome to my wine bar. Do you have a reservation? Hi, not really sorry. It was a last minute thing. My neighbor Anna told me to. Oh, so is it you? It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about your first steps in the winemaking business, and even your very first wine. Anna's filled me in on your adventures. She really is the unofficial news broadcaster in town, isn't she? Tune in to Radio Anna and learn about what's new in the area. Well, she is, but she has a big heart. She only broadcasts positive things about people she cares about. Except she didn't positively broadcast anything about Gianni before. But listen, why don't you just sit at the table over there and tell me about your first wine? I'll be there in a sec. Sure, thank you. Meow. Nice to meet you too, furry creature. Meow. You're so cute. Can I pet you? Is that okay with you? Meow. Looks like you have met Barrick. And judging from the rhythmic purring sounds I hear, I'd say he likes you. The feeling is mutual. I also like your wine bar. It's so cozy. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So let's talk about your first wine. Do we really have to do that? I'm not sure it's any good. Here we go. Uncork and taste it, if you dare. So... Come on, your silence is killing me. Is it dreadful? Oh gosh, yeah, and I will be furious. I must have screwed up something. Maybe the fermentation process. Or the pressing. I must have pressed too much. Is the cork okay? Look, I know you've been studying hard, working hard, and are fully committed to the cause, but how do I say this? This wine is actually good. All things considered, deep color, full body, low tannins, well done. Is it? Are you sure? I mean, feel free to say it's rubbish if you don't like it. No, this is good. Especially since it's your first wine. Anna was right, you do know what you're doing. Here, this is the menu. Order what you want. It's on the house. Celebrate. Really? You're too kind. Thank you. And yes, Anna was right. I really needed to leave the house and meet new people. I'm feeling so much better. Stay as long as you like. I have to go back to the other tables, but I definitely want to know more about your future plans. I will pay a visit as soon as I can, and that's a promise. We received 2 new orders. They want some Talca wine. 38 and 22 bottles. We have a lot, so I guess we'll just... Oh, we're able to adjust the price a bit here. Oh, sorry, no, we're only ordering them. Sorting them. Sorry. Yeah, we'll sell it. Take it. Take it from my hands. Please. Oh. Increases the space on the board and permits to play more cards per turn. This is nice. I'll buy that. Oh, this is so expensive in comparison. The other one was only 500. This one is 20,000. And this one is 30,000. The prices just goes so high. Is the game opening up a bit now? I have no idea what to actually buy. Here we can carry out marketing operations and attract new customers. Here we can open a shop. Here we have a new type of wine. I guess we'll try this one out. Just to see what it's all about. We also have a level here that is limiting us from buying all of those things right now. So let's go, let's see, how do we go back? Here, I guess. Next turn. Sadashi? Who is she? That young woman, my dearest Carlo, is Emma, the newcomer to the area. She is working with Jenny and Theo in the very same vineyard that once belonged to the old man. Fascinating. Is she any good? She is a beginner, but I've just tasted the first one, and believe me, it's kinda good. I might have eavesdropped a few bits of your conversation. As you always do. You sit here, reading newspapers, cuddle barrack, and spend your times listening to my clients' conversations. Now that you make me think about it, I might just start charging you an extra for the free info you get here. In my defense, I am a wine journalist, and listening to what people think and say about wines or cellars is actually part of my job. Your wine bar is my favorite dispenser of local stories. I have a renowned appetite for this kind of tales, you know. I consume them voraciously. I know. So do you think her story could become one of your pieces? It's too early to say. I have to dig for more info, get to know her better, see if there is more to her than meets the eye. However, I must confess that she has already tickled my curiosity. The fact that she is working with Jenny is captivating me. Here we go again, Jenny, your own personal Moby Dick. How was the wine? Really? I salute your bravery for drinking it in front of her. It could have been a disaster. Can I taste it? Do you still have a glass of this precious ambrosia? You're in luck. I do. Do you feel like you are in the right mood to test it now? Indulge me and leave me alone. I have to think this through. Wine is no simple business. Meow? Of course you can stay, Barrick. Barrick is always welcome. We earned some money selling this. Let's go on. I'm just waiting for new cards, basically. 2 new orders. That's the wrong house. Sell. Let's see here. Alright, so this... Wait a minute. So here is the... We have increased our size here for the field. I'm not sure if that is permanent or not. Sadashi, what a pleasant surprise. Hi Emma, how are things? All good, thank you. What brings you here? Look, you don't know me very well, but let's just say that after you left my wine bar last night, I kept thinking about you and your situation. I've experienced the same issues, being the outsider, the newcomer to the area. Oh yeah, the alien in town, that's me. You're doing something extreme, Emma. You haven't just opened a new wine bar like I did. You're becoming a winemaker. This is huge. Many people had their eyes on these lands for a long time, you know, and the fact that a rookie is now going above and beyond to make a proper wine is driving them nuts. Honestly, I don't know what to do about it. I'm not a quitter. Period. I know and I respect you for this reason. I have also decided that I want to help you with your business. I want to be your client. I want to buy your wine. It's not much I know, but it's what I can do at the moment. I am happy to publicly support you. Are you joking? This means the world to me. Team Outsiders for the win. Are you sure this won't damage your business? I mean, I do appreciate your enthusiasm, but my wines are far from being perfect. Leave it to me. Don't worry about rest. You do you, I'll take care of the rest. Satoshi, thank you. It's fine. One more thing. A friend of mine would like to interview you. His name is Carlo and he's a wine journalist. Would that be okay with you? Whoa, seriously? Not sure I have anything interesting to share besides something like total new moves to Langay to run a winery with zero knowledge. I'm sure Gianni would agree with that heading. That article would actually be interesting. It could be a real eye-opener. Anyway, Carlo will be in touch. Now I'll leave you to your vineyard. I think Gianni is looking for you. Oh, he must have finished his daily dose of sunflower seeds. Wish me luck. More sales going on. Let's see, we have one new order. 43 bottles. Quite a lot. Thank you. You can see in the bottom here, by the way, that it says build the shop to automatically manage some orders, but this is like the only activity that I'm able to do right now. Everything else is just pressing next day. I have no idea about what other things we can actually do at this moment. Because if we go into the winery here, we don't have anything going on. Alright, we can maybe clean this one. I guess. Or is it cleaning? Why did this card appear? Or are we only able to clean one at a time? This game sure goes on a lot about the conversations, but it doesn't really explain a lot for us. Alright, so now we have the cards for actually doing the cleaning, right. Sorry game, I was a bit too quick on my judgment there. You have one new special order. That is a huge order, right? Oh, is it for everything? Sell. No, it was... Okay, 50. And our stock is here. A little bit over 2,000. And we have one regular order. I guess it will just keep on selling, right? Should those be cleaner now? Okay, right, so I think we were cleaning them a bit too early. I think this meter needs to go down before we actually... before it actually matters. 3 new orders. Is there something... shouldn't I sell if it's too cheap, perhaps? But I just think that we shouldn't have a huge stock of wine. It's better to just have it moving all the time. So I would like to actually... We can upgrade this, but that doesn't really help us. I want to produce new wine. Let's see here. Can we go into the... So I don't think you can see the bottom one here. Sorry, I'm just gonna move myself here for a bit. So you can't actually see the bottom here. But it says winery here. And then the bottom one is called the warehouse. Due to my cam being in the way. Sorry for that. So I'm in the warehouse tab right now. Some other fermentation technique. We can use some aging. Those are expensive though. How can we grab some cards to start doing things? So I think this one will actually clean all of our equipment. I guess that's good. I have no idea. Let's just build it. More orders. Sell, sell, sell. Special orders. So why aren't we able to... I think our quality was actually 61 or something. Yeah, 61 out of 100. Oh, but he wants... Yeah, he wants 327. And discard, of course, just discard the order, but why couldn't we sell it to him? Okay, so we discard, we actually go down in fame. That is not good. I don't want to do that. But I don't understand why we can't sell it. Let's proceed to the next day and see if it makes any difference. Hello Emma, I'm Carlo, the journalist. We spoke on the phone a few days ago, remember? Oh yeah, sure. Hi, nice to meet you and thank you for your interest in my adventures. Your endeavors are definitely worth my time and interest. Thank you for welcoming me to your vineyard. Winemakers tend to be extremely secretive and shy, so that's refreshing. Whoopsie, I didn't know that, but Janet told me that it wasn't the best idea to be interviewed so early in my career. If you want to call it like that. Jan is old school, it doesn't surprise me. But I'm not interviewing right now, you know. Today I just want to browse around and take a few photos to get a general understanding of how we run this place. Are you happy with that? The photos will be featured in the article. Sure, Theo will give you the tour. That's great. Concerning your interview, if you're still up for it, I'll give you a ring and we can set a date. We can meet at Satoshi's. No one will bother us there. I'd love that. See you soon. So here we're actually able to... Oh right, they want different colors of the grapes. So this one is red and that's why we're able to sell it. That is a huge order. Let's sell it. Bringing in the cash. Selling this one. When can we start to produce more wine? Employee, crawler tractor. We haven't unlocked those yet. Can we do anything? Some treatments. Alright, is that what we should have pressed? We go with this one. Starting to prepare the... Can we research the crawler tractor? Let's see, it's this one. We need to be level 20 for that, and we of course need this one first. The old crawler tractor slightly speeds up the harvest, but tends to wear out and break easily. Yeah, but we'll research that one. I think it's about time. We have one special order there, but we cannot actually use it yet, since we don't have those. Oh, they also have a requirement for the tannin. Should we always have higher tannin? Is that better in the wine world? Let's see here. It seems to be quite high in both cases. Oh, okay, so this one is acidity minimum. Maybe there would be a maximum as well. I didn't really pay attention to that earlier. Next round. So now we're actually starting to get into some gameplay. We're actually starting to have to think a little bit. Wait one more day in order to... yeah, exactly. Now we can start to harvest again. Hi Emma, glad you could make it. Are you ready for the interview? Of course. Are you going to record this? Do I have to say off the record if I want to add my personal comments on something? Should I get a lawyer? Emma, calm down. This is just an interview for the local newspaper. You are not on trial. And no, I am not recording this. I am old school. I rely on pen and paper. This idea of entrusting a machine with my nose is flabbergasting to me. I want to smell the ink while I write, feel the paper under my fingers. Sure, until you accidentally misplace your notebook. Give me a ring in that case. I'll teach you a thing or two about saving data in the cloud. Which is something ethereal, but not in the sky. I will never misplace my notebook. Would you ever misplace your most precious belonging? I don't think so. Anyway, let's get cracking, shall we? Sure, let's go ahead. I guess we can read, yeah. If you want to read this, pause the video and have a look at it. Do we have... Oh wow, our wine is getting attention. We have the first order. Oh yeah, so those were probably updated when we got the first order previously. Doing some harvest. Continuing selling here. Sell. More orders. How much wine do we have? I think it's starting to... About 1,000 left. We can probably continue to sell like this for a while. But we need to get some more wine out there. One new order. Sell it. Now this is finished. So this is the Barbara 2022. Is this the grape? Kind of grape. Now we'll winify them. Confirm. So what was this? Pruning was the removal of unwanted or unneeded parts of the grape wine. So we start with the crushing, and we also do some pruning here. So how is it going with Jenny? I'm glad you asked, because mate, how on earth did you think we could work together? Ouch, she can be a bit blunt, I guess, but don't take it personally. Blunt? That's not blunt, that's plain rude. I know that I need him and his knowledge, but he's way out of line. I'm so sorry. I can assure that as he is a good man, he's just used to mumbling or so. You know how oenologists are constantly stressed out and under pressure to get the perfect wine out there. Yo, that's no excuse to treat a beginner like that. I'm under a lot of pressure as well, you know. I know. Look, I'll have a word with him. I'm sure he means well, but he has to turn the vitriol down a notch. I'm fine, I can take it. I just needed to let it out. Anyway, I'm so happy our one-to-one sessions are back on. I missed your winemaking lectures. Oh, thank you, it's finally time to prune your wines. This is level up for me. Indeed it is. Pruning is all about removing unwanted or unneeded parts of the grape wines. We prune in winter and we'll leave on the plants the necessary buds for next year's production. So far so good. Anything else I need to know to become Princess Pruner? Princess Pruner should know that wines can be trained with different styles of pruning techniques. Depending on the grape variety, certain pruning styles are more adequate than others. Princess Pruner, the vineyard whisperer. Okay, so I remove the unwanted bits and I leave the buds on. How many buds? How do I select those? Good question. In a nutshell, less buds, better quality of wine. More buds, more quantity of wine. Makes sense, right? It's always about quality versus quantity, isn't it? In this case, it definitely is. So, once again, I think we go with we want the quality to be there, right? I think we go with low. So, because so far we haven't had that much of an issue to actually satisfy our orders. Even though I was a bit slow to get this harvest starting. Selling. Cannot satisfy those special orders yet. New grape in the cellar. Yeah, let's go on to the next day so that we're able to continue pressing. And doing some pruning. More orders. Next day. Now we're getting into speedrun territory. Next up we can ferment this. And let's see here. I want... we want... I'm not sure about the sweetness on this thing. We'll go with this for now. It's always at this moment I really realize that I don't know what I'm doing. Some people wanted a lot of tannin, right? So I think we'll increase it for this time. We'll go with this alternative this time. More orders. We're getting a ton of orders actually. So I think soon, yeah, our stock is running out. We only have 400 left. Oh no. What is suckering? Suckering is a vital part of vineyard maintenance, as it redirects the wine's energy to the most important shots. When the crew suckers the wines, they are essentially removing all of the unnecessary shots, resulting in fewer clusters of grapes but greater concentration of flavors in the remaining clusters. Is that something I want to do? At least we want to have more wine. That is... oh, no, we don't have the space. I might have messed up. We really need to prioritize this winemaking process. Press more. Let's see here. Quality. It will stay at average no matter what. So I think we'll go all the way up here. But right. Let's see. Tannin was definitely something they wanted. Our orders. So we'll go... Let's see here. 2.2. Yeah, we'll go with this. Continue to sell. I like the sound from that the wine bottles do. Next turn. This one needs cleaning in a bit, but we'll wait a little bit more until we start doing that. Now let's sell more orders. And now it's time to bottle some wine. And you know, this is just another year of the Talco wine. But this year, we are actually changing up the design a bit. Let's see, we're going with the bottle is the same, but the label, you know, they changed the color. It's actually like this now. And this is sequel, so this is the... Oh no, can't we talk wine 2? It's just clearly a better wine, right? So it's obviously the second or the sequel. No, vertical screw press broke down. Repair. And this represents that we actually get a card from it. So we're able to put that one out like that. One order. Try to satisfy those. Now let's see what our review score will be. Really trying to optimize the space here with the cards. Selling. We have another 94 bottles available. I'm curious about our review score for this one. The tannin of this one is too high. No, we messed up. because I got too greedy with the... I saw that a lot of orders wanted a lot of tannin. So we just went really crazy with the amount of tannin. This wasn't the sequel. This was a... this is a prequel wine. This is the bad wine. Tolko Wine 0. Oh no. Journal update. Oh well. Sorry, Barbara. They only want the first wine. They don't want Tolko Wine 2. No one wants Tolko Wine 2 because it's not very good, to be honest. Hello! And hello, Anna. And with that, I'm actually thinking that we have played for about an hour now. I think this would be a good place to just stop and think a little bit about what we have done and processed it all, just like a fine wine. So thank you so much for joining this this play session. And if you do want to find out more about what I do, then please check out my other videos on this channel. You can find both informative videos as well as other playthrough videos. I also do stream regularly on Twitch, 3 times a week, so please check the links in the description in order to see the schedule. And please come and join us. It's a lot of fun over there. So yeah, thank you a lot and have a fantastic rest of your day. See you.